Most of us know Amsterdam as a buzzing city that offers a wide array of possibilities for all kinds of people. But what about the elder part of society? We were curious about the seniors' experiences living in the municipal district of the Indische Buurt, an area in the east of Amsterdam. To find out how seniors experience life in this area, we visited the nearby Dappermarkt, a daily market close to the Indische Buurt, where we conducted a couple of interviews.
Wij zijn heel erg tevreden bewoners.
Ja, zeker weten. Zeker weten. We leven daar hartstikke goed.
Ja,
En we hebben het goed.
ja.
Dus,
En wij zijn niet zagrijnig.
nou, jij wel af en toe.
We gaan op een gegeven moment ons eigen leven leiden. Hè?
Ja.
We trekken ons terug van de maatschappij, want er wordt toch dingen gedaan wat wij niet willen.
Ja, prettig tot nu toe. Ik woon hier nou een jaar weer, maar ik ken Amsterdam al. Ik ben hier geboren en opgegroeid. Geregeld.
Ja?
Met de tram. En ik loop naar lijn 9. Nou ja, die brengt je helemaal door de stad naar het Centraal Station. Oh, om 6:30. Ga ik nog even lekker een ommetje maken of je pakt de fiets nog even. Maar nou is het Badhuis een leuk café-restaurant geworden. Nou ga ik een glaasje wijn drinken. Ik ontmoet dan ook wel eens een bekende die daar ook in de buurt woont. Dus dat, ja, een beetje simpel.
According to these elders, living in the Indische Buurt isn't all that bad. Despite this, we continued by asking whether, in their opinion, the municipality of Amsterdam could do anything to improve the age-friendliness of the Indische Buurt, and if so, what this would be.
Nou, ik vind het prachtig. Alles is goed verzorgd hier.
Oké.
Als je ziek bent, word je verzorgd. Van alle kanten.
Het vervoer is zeer goed. Ik zal niet weten.
Nee.
Ik zal het echt niet weten.
Nee, u kan goed
Maar de dokter woont bij mij aan de overkant.
Ja.
Er zijn er nog winkels.
Ja.
En ik woon een pas om de hoek.
Nou, ik kom geen onvriendelijkheid tegen, dus ik zou niet weten wat je daar aan moet doen.
Oké, dus ook niet in de zin van bijvoorbeeld transport of faciliteiten?
Ja, daar heb ik niet mee te maken, dus daar ben ik dus niet thuis in. Ja, ik kan me prima bewegen, dus ik sta je voor de niet bestil, hè.
We hebben wel zo'n kaart dat je voor de helft van de prijs kan. Maar de meeste komen op zondag, want dan is vrij parkeren. Dus daar wordt er rekening mee gehouden.
Dus dat zou nog wel een klein puntje kunnen zijn.
Ja, dat is dan
weinig hoor.
The interviews did not bring forward any explicit points of improvement, besides parking. To get a better understanding of the topic of age friendliness, we spoke to Rosalie Metze, who's a senior researcher in this field. We asked Ms. Metze some questions about age friendliness with regard to Amsterdam as a whole, as well as to the area of the Indische Buurt. When looking at age friendliness and the city of Amsterdam, what is the condition of the city in general?
It depends greatly on the area. We hear about the center that there are not so many houses that are good for older adults, many stairs, and you cannot build in an elevator or anything. So that's an issue. Really narrow sidewalks, streets. The streets are narrow as well. Bikes on the sidewalks, and so it's difficult to walk around with your roll thingy. That's not a very age-friendly area. Okay. But by more to the rims of the city, there it's more wide and then it's easier, and there are more houses that are good for older adults, but there are less facilities. So that's like the two flavors we have, I think. One problem here, for instance, is parking, and it's really expensive to park here. So family and friends, they cannot come visit if they don't have the money.
You work together with the municipality of Amsterdam, with the GGD, and what is the municipality doing to improve the age friendliness of Amsterdam?
Well, besides this, like financing this research, they're also trying to make age-friendly routes. So I think there are 4 pilot areas now where they said we cannot make these whole areas age-friendly at once. So let's just see where are the places in these areas where many older adults live, and facilities they use, and let's see if we can make a route through passing those facilities and those areas, and make at least those areas that route age-friendly when it comes to sidewalks, benches to sit on, lighting, facilities. Amsterdam has committed itself to working on making it more age-friendly, but there's no budget for it. So you can have all these plans and ideas, but they expect the community or the neighborhood or the area itself to take steps in that. While for some things that's possible, but for other things there's a financial need, and if you don't have any resources, then things just cannot be solved.
In what way can Amsterdam improve its age-friendliness?
At the local level and see what the issues are, but also see what the differences are in policy, because we had different stadsdelen, different areas which had different government and different rules and regulations.
To reach as many senior citizens as possible, the research team of the Amsterdam University of Applied Sciences decided to educate elders as co-researchers, as their networks consist of the target audience of the research. We got the chance to speak to one co-researcher, Mrs. Marijke van Dalen, whom we asked several questions about the theme of age-friendliness, starting with the question about Amsterdam's age-friendliness in general.
I think on the whole, I don't think it's too bad. But of course it can all be improved. I think they've done well so far, but we have found quite a lot of things, especially in the public area and transport, that might well need improvement. There have to be plenty of houses for people to actually be able to age in a good way, and especially locally, because if you live locally, you've lived here for 20 years, three stairs up, it's necessary that if you need another house with the facilities that are suitable for longer living, it has to be in the area as well. So to get that combined is the difficulty.
In your opinion, what's the biggest obstacle with regards to Amsterdam's age-friendliness?
Obstacle? Well, I would think the main obstacle is traffic. That comes to mind first of all. Traffic for elderly to be independent on the bicycle paths, on the pedestrian paths, to be crossing over from the pedestrian path to the to the tram and bus stops. That could be an enormous amount of things being improved. For instance, tram stops. There should be. Why only have a zebra path on the front near the tram stop, if you're lucky? At the Dappermarkt, for instance, there's a small traffic lights for passing pedestrians. Why not have a zebra path all along the tram stops?
Earlier, the topic of parking was brought up during the interviews. We asked Mrs. van Dalen about her thoughts on the parking issue in the Indische Buurt. She compared the Indische Buurt with the area of Buitenveldert, where different rules apply. The parking issue illustrates how different rules can have different consequences when it comes to the age-friendliness of different areas within Amsterdam.
Something more about the parking problem for visitors in Amsterdam. Strangely enough, that is different in all different parts of Amsterdam, because there are already being given facilities in, for instance, Buitenveldert. Of course, the space there is bigger, there's more parking space in general. But I should think it's not very justified that there should be facilities because of that. Because the elderly there are being visited 30 hours a month by relatives or whatever. They have 30 hours free every month parking for visitors especially. So even if you don't have a car yourself, you have a permit that visitors can actually come and see you, and that they can have 30 hours free parking. It would only be justified to make that possible in the whole of Amsterdam.
The research project that Ms. Metze and Mrs. van Dalen are involved in specifically focuses on the age-friendliness of the Indische Buurt. The researchers and co-researchers carried out interviews with elders in this area, during which themes such as mobility, the composition of neighborhoods, and housing were addressed. Ms. Metze shared some of the findings of the interviews with us.
Well, actually people are really happy with the Indische Buurt, the people that we spoke. They say there are many facilities, many places where you can meet each other, many activities they can participate in. So this is a very lively area, and it's not everything is specifically for older adults, but it's easy to participate in this area. And I think in other areas it's not that easy.
Ms. Metze's account of the generally positive opinion elders have about living in the Indische Buurt corresponds to the positive responses we received during the interviews on the Dappermarkt. We asked Mrs. van Dalen how she personally experiences being a senior in the Indische Buurt.
I'm very comfortable with living in Amsterdam as a senior citizen. It's also with my age, of course, increasing. I find it becoming more and more of a problem maybe in the future. And I'm thinking of me now going on my bike to the shops, but once I can't go on my bike anymore, I need public transport, and walking to the shop might become harder, if not impossible, because both my children live abroad, and my husband is 7 years older, so there will be a period that I might be in trouble in that way, and that's why I'm trying to now actually sometimes even forcefully creating a network for just in case, which is very much doesn't come from the heart necessarily, it even comes from my mind, so I have to make sure that I know a lot of people just in case.
As understood from our conversation with Ms. Metze, Mrs. van Dalen, and our other interviewees, senior citizens are considerably positive about the quality of life in and the age-friendliness of the Indische Buurt. However, it's also clear that there are most definitely areas of improvement, such as better rules and regulations when it comes to parking, as well as housing and transportation. What should be noted is that we mostly came across relatively agile seniors with the ability to move around freely and independently. This agility might well be a large influence on these seniors' experience with life as an elder in the Indische Buurt. It's possible that less mobile senior citizens might be less positive when it comes to the age-friendliness of the Indische Buurt. Themes such as housing, transportation, and mobility could well pose a bigger problem to these seniors than to the ones we talked to. It's definitely reassuring to hear that many seniors are very satisfied with the Indische Buurt. However, we should not lose sight of the fact that there are still several points of improvement, which could help bring the age-friendliness of the area to the next level.